Rapper Lil Durk had a podcast interview with the YoungBoys where we talked about the current tension and hatred he has between himself and NBA YoungBoy. While speaking about the situation, Lil Durk didn't seem to rate NBA YoungBoy as a rapper. Instead, he went on to refer to NBA YoungBoy as a troll. During the podcast, Lil Durk was asked when last he responded to a troll, and he answered by saying his song Aha was a response to a troll.
What do they troll Lil Durk about though?
A lot of they come up with their own hits.
When was the last time you ever responded to like a hate comment or like someone just talking?
I dropped a song called Aha. That's when I responded to it.
That was like a troll back?
Yeah.
So you didn't
You
troll
gotta play
back.
them, like you gotta think about it, right?
Now we all know that song was a diss track for NBA YoungBoy, but news is coming out that it may be a deeper conspiracy and violent crime against YoungBoy than we thought. YoungBoy dissing King Von. On January 14th, 2022, NBA YoungBoy got the internet talking after he released the song Bring the Hook Back. In the song, NBA YoungBoy dissed the late O Block rapper King Von and his entire O Block pack. YoungBoy said in the song, "This that Squid Game. O Block pack get rolled up, or what they told us. Atlanta boy get fold up." A direct mention of O Block definitely sent out the message NBA YoungBoy was trying to pass across. The lyrics caught the attention of Lil Durk, who replied to YoungBoy via social media. He posted, "Don't claim it if you ain't do it, you still a." Durkio captioned his Instagram photo, which finds him flexing stacks of cash, chains, and posing next to a canvas of King Von from his Welcome to O Block album photo shoot. NBA YoungBoy didn't stop at that. On March 4th, the day King Von's posthumous album was set to be released, NBA YoungBoy and DaBaby collaborated on an album, Better Than You, which they released the same day. The rivalry between NBA YoungBoy's 4K Trey crew and Lil Durk's OTF crew heightened after DaBaby and YoungBoy released the collab album on their date. Members of the OTF crew went on to call out DaBaby and NBA YoungBoy, with one of them saying, "King Von better than the both of you." OTF leader Lil Durk talked about the album and what he'd do if he spots his ops in his city.
I seen one of the little bitty boys in the city, one of the little bitty ops, the little baby ops. Talking about the police out there. I said, man, y'all let's better stop. You hear me? The end of the drug, that shit kill him like cancer. The internet. Hey, look, outside of that, I ain't gonna lie. GTA, man.
The disrespect of King Von's name became too much for the OTF crew that they began to retaliate by dissing NBA YoungBoy. YoungBoy dissing Lil Durk. After YoungBoy dissed King Von in his song Bring the Hook, Lil Durk responded, and he sent out a subtle message to NBA YoungBoy via his Instagram. Lil Durk posted a photo where he was posed up flexing stacks of cash, chains, and posing next to a canvas of King Von from his Welcome to O Block album photo shoot. Durkio captioned the picture, "Don't claim it if you ain't do it, you still a." YoungBoy got to see the post, and he responded by sending out another song where he dissed Lil Durk and asked him to stop claiming sets he didn't belong to. After Lil Durk made the post, NBA YoungBoy went on to release another diss track, Know Like I Know, where he said, "All these trying to be the biggest rapper while I'm trying to wrap him in a body bag with a toe tag." In his last meeting with the pastor, I know her, who got Instagram and Twitter, still ain't trying to master. He went on to say, "I don't give a my, just like your friend, you'll bite the dust. That ain't blood. You ain't ready to see some brains around the club." After a while, NBA YoungBoy released another diss track, I Hate YoungBoy, where he dissed a lot of rappers on this track, including Lil Durk, his girlfriend India, his late brother D-Thang, and Lil Durk's father. In the song, he said, "He called me a, that's India, that be Euro. Posted with that stick like Indians, they want my soul," while referring to Lil Durk's fiance, India Royale. Lil Durk diss NBA YoungBoy. In January 2022, after NBA YoungBoy released his first diss track aimed at King Von, O Block, and the OTF crew, he shared 2 photos of himself via Instagram, where he was posed up with thousands of dollars, spread out to spell the words, "You gon' die," while the second picture showed him squatting next to money that spells out, "Stay safe." Although NBA YoungBoy did not attach any name to the pictures, it was quite clear that he posted them as a warning to his biggest op at the time, Lil Durk. Lil Durk got a hold of the post and equally responded by posting a similar picture. While sitting on a stairway, Lil Durk was posed up with dollar bills, which spelled out the words, "Hurry y'all up." After NBA YoungBoy dropped the tracks, Know Like I Know and I Hate YoungBoy, where he dissed Lil Durk, Durk responded with a diss track of his own titled Aha. He said in the song, "Don't respond to with Von. I'm like, you tripping, go get your gun. They dropping locations, I'm getting it done. Tweeting, we sliding, the feds will come." Hinting that NBA YoungBoy was only safe because his location was unknown. The song seemed to cool things off a bit until NBA YoungBoy dropped his album the same day King Von's album dropped on March 4th. On March 5th, 2022, Lil Durk sent out a subtle diss to NBA YoungBoy via his Instagram page. After NBA YoungBoy, alongside rapper DaBaby, purposely released the collab mixtape the same day, the late King Von's posthumous album was set to be released. I dare drop on my date, 3/11/22. But anyway, Von did 65K. Durk wrote in the caption of his post showing him posing in the studio. While issuing the challenge, Durk also shouted out the late King Von, whose posthumous album, What It Means to Be King, moved 65,000 album equivalent units in its first week. That was the last Lil Durk spoke publicly about the beef until the podcast was released. Lil Durk speaks on the diss situation. NBA YoungBoy continued to diss Lil Durk both on songs and even on social media. Lil Durk had about enough of it and went on to release his own diss track, Aha. Up until his recent interview on Full Sin podcast, everyone saw his song Aha as a mere diss track to NBA YoungBoy. But according to Lil Durk, it was way more than that. He apparently released the song as a response to trolls. During his interview with the Full Sin podcast, Bob asked Lil Durk when last he responded to trolls. Durk simply answered by saying that his song Aha was a response to those who were trolling him at the time. And in every sense of it, Durk only had one person on his neck who was trolling him at the time he released that song, NBA YoungBoy. From the lyrics of the song, it was quite obvious that Lil Durk was aiming at NBA YoungBoy and anyone associated with him, including one of NBA YoungBoy's baby mother, Janiyah Michelle. Durk called out NBA YoungBoy and claimed that YoungBoy was too scared to post his actual location because he knows that Durk has guys everywhere who are ready to take him out. He said in the lyrics, "Don't respond to with Von. I'm like, you tripping, go get your gun. They dropping locations, I'm getting it done. Tweeting, we sliding, the feds will come." When singing about NBA YoungBoy's baby mother, Janiyah, Lil Durk said, "Acting like they really like that since my Brody died. Just get out the feds. You bring up with your police. I told Von to leave that alone. She posts on OnlyFans. Catch him at the apartments they been in, cause that's our only chance." Apparently, this was his response to his biggest troll and op, NBA YoungBoy. The song dropped a couple of hours after NBA YoungBoy released his I Hate YoungBoy diss track, where he dissed Lil Durk, his fiancée India, his late brother D-Thang, and his father. Although Lil Durk wasn't openly asked about his situation with NBA YoungBoy, it was pretty clear to fans that he was talking about NBA YoungBoy when he talked about the Aha track. Lil Durk speaks on King Von. While Lil Durk was at his recent podcast interview, he also spoke briefly about his relationship with King Von. According to Lil Durk, King Von was his brother, and they had been through life together since their days in the trenches. But before getting into details of King Von, the hosts of the podcast made sure to ask Lil Durk about his opinion on the state of the rap industry today, with rappers losing their lives. Bob asked Lil Durk if he was ever afraid that he could find himself in such a situation that would cost his life. Durk plainly said it could happen to anybody. According to Lil Durk, the way you move around in the rap industry also matters. Without directly referring to the passing of his friend, King Von, Lil Durk mentioned that being in the club every weekend and spending money could easily attract bad guys to you. If you would recall, King Von's tragic incident happened right outside a club on a Friday night.
Being at your level that you're at right now, are you ever afraid that any of that could ever happen to you?
It could happen to anybody.
Right.
You know what I'm saying, would you a rapper?
You never know.
Yeah. It just depends on how you move, how you carry yourself. Like you say, you in a strip club every week, something bound to happen because they study seeing you throwing money.
When asked if the situation behind the passing of these rappers was mostly just beef, Lil Durk said he believes it was way more than that. In his words, the world changed.
It's all just bad beef. Is that what it is? Is that how?
No, it's just the world changed. It's like everybody want a name.
According to Lil Durk, he believes the world is so selfish and everyone is trying to make a name for themselves to chase some clout. And in the bid to do these things, they end up taking the lives of other people. Lil Durk eventually spoke about his friend King Von and how he was a great artist. According to Durk, Von was one of his favorite artists and the biggest if you asked him. When asked if King Von was bigger than Drake, Lil Durk said in the trenches, he was sure the king of the streets.
If I sit up and say a number, I'll be lying.
Right.
You gotta think about it.
He was your guy, yeah.
Yes, I said that's one with every day, so.
It's very interesting stuff.
Bigger than Drake, you think?
That's, to me, I know. In the trenches, like in the streets, all that, that's what's up. That's what's going on.
Durk also spoke that King Von was an inspiration to a lot of people. Despite the high level of crime rate where he grew up and lived, many people still idolized him because he had a good heart. While describing how much people loved King Von, Lil Durk said people would make a Halloween costume to look like King Von.
He was one of the most talented guys on the planet.
Somebody told me if you can copy an artist to be somebody for Halloween, you made it. He had a whole image. You know what I'm saying? And he lived what he lives.
While Lil Durk and NBA YoungBoy still beefing. With the recent interview of Lil Durk referring to NBA YoungBoy as a troll, it's safe to say that the two rappers are far from squashing the beef. However, what we can expect is a response from NBA YoungBoy to what Lil Durk said during the interview, and that response may not take too long, as reports claim that NBA YoungBoy will be dropping an album soon. NBA YoungBoy's producer, Jason Goldberg, shared via Twitter that NBA YoungBoy was set to release his last album while signed with Atlantic Records. According to the post, NBA YoungBoy was also going to drop an album on an unknown day in March 2022. The rappers have also sent out subtle shots to each other in the months of March, so they are pretty much still after each other's throats. Quite recently, a billboard popped up in Chicago, right in Lil Durk's city. The billboard had a copy of NBA YoungBoy from his Colors mixtape, which dropped in January 2022, and the words, YB versus everybody. According to fans, YoungBoy was trying to intimidate Lil Durk by setting up the billboard in his city. Shortly after YoungBoy's billboard began to trend, another billboard that Lil Durk allegedly did as a response to NBA YoungBoy appeared in YoungBoy's city, Louisiana. Written on the billboard were the words, Durk better. Also, with the involvement of other rappers in the industry, like DaBaby, it's safe to say that these rappers will be in this entanglement for a while. The world got to see what 21 Savage meant when he said rappers got to choose sides between YoungBoy and Lil Durk after DaBaby collaborated with NBA YoungBoy.
You got him and Quando and a lot of with Durk. So a lot of ain't gonna fuck with YoungBoy because they fuck with Durk.
But does it gotta be like it's not gangs and shit like that. It's a music business, like, you know what I mean? You might fuck with both of them, but